So this is the video C for 8th grade lesson 1.3. Okay guys, today's a very important lesson. We've learned already how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers in scientific notation. But now you've got to learn when to apply or use operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. You got to know when to do what. So the I can statement is I can apply operations, or I can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, division in scientific notation to real world problems. In other words, I can use these things for real world problems. There's no point in knowing how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide numbers in scientific notation if you don't know when to add, subtract, multiply, or divide to solve a problem, because that's what math is here for. Math isn't just there to look pretty, although, oops, sorry, I got an alarm going off here. Although math is pretty, I love math, I think it's beautiful, it's there to solve problems. It's there to help us in the real world. So I'm going to do one example problem with you, because the best way I've found for students to learn this skill is to try and try and try and try and succeed and fail a few times. And so I'm only going to do one. Here we go. The first thing I want you to do when you see problems like this is don't freak, okay? It's not that hard. There's just a lot of words. It's just a simple problem. The second thing you need to do is you need to read it and then read it, and then maybe even read it again. So let's do that. First off, I'm going to take a big deep breath and not freak out. Second step is I'm going to read this problem. A newborn baby, newborn babies are cute. A newborn baby has about 26 billion cells. Wow, that's a lot of cells. An adult has about 1 9/10 times 10 to the third times as many cells as a newborn. About how many cells does an adult have? Write your answer in scientific notation. Okay, now the third step, you know guys, you can change these steps. I mean, whatever works for you, right? There's not a set formula in real world problems. But what I like to do is I like to read the problem with easy numbers. Let me explain. Sometimes scientific notation, you know, you guys are just kind of really getting into it for maybe the first time ever. You might have used it a little bit before, but now you're really getting into it. It can be a little bit overwhelming. So sometimes when I first read a problem, I kind of maybe replace that number with like a really easy number, like 8. And maybe replace this number with a really easy number like 24. You know, or just any number you want that makes sense. You could make the numbers even easier. So I'm going to read the problem again using these easy numbers. A newborn baby has about 8 cells. Now obviously that's impossible. A newborn baby has to have way more than 8 cells, but it's okay. An adult has about 24 times as many cells as a newborn. About how many cells does an adult have? Write your answer in scientific notation. You know what? I'm going to read it again now with my easy numbers. A newborn baby has about 8 cells. An adult has about 24 times, times as many, that's important, as a newborn. About how many cells does an adult have? Oh, if an adult has 24 times what a newborn baby has, I bet I have to multiply those numbers together because I want to know what 24 times 8 is. It's that easy. Once you replace the number with easy numbers, or once you replace the numbers in the problem with easy numbers, figure out what you would do. In this case, we would multiply. And it makes sense when the numbers are easier because we want to know how many times more does the adult have than the newborn, and the only way to figure that out is to multiply, right? Well, from that point, do whatever operation, or do the operation to the numbers in the problem. In other words, after you use the easier numbers to figure out what to do, get rid of them. Take your eraser and erase them. Now, whatever you would have done to those easier numbers, do to the harder numbers. Okay? So I'm going to need to convert this to scientific notation. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 to the 10th. And now I'm going to need to multiply. I'm not going to take you through the multiplication because you guys know how to multiply. Multiply the multipliers, add the exponents. However, the biggest issue that kids have with this is not the math. You guys know how to multiply, divide, add, and subtract numbers in scientific notation. The biggest struggle is figuring out what to do. And so if you hide the hard numbers, if you hide the things that are scary, use easy numbers, figure out what you would do with the easy numbers, and then do that exact same thing with the hard numbers, you'll do well. And that's all I've got to say. Good luck to you. I hope you have fun on this worksheet. Oops.